Well, hello. Derpington. You win the prize today, being first in the chat before I even started the freaking stream. Thank you. Thank you. Where's the... Is that the hamster? I'm sorry. I have to blow that up. D-Man Fitty. What's up? Where's the... It's me, I guess. Yeah, I'm here. How are you? How are things going? God, I'm lazy today. I just got out of bed. Could it have something to do with all the beer you had last? No. Come on now. So I thought I'd go over a couple things here. I was watching looking at the phone, being lazy, not really doing much of anything because I gotta go. I gotta travel all week. So I'm just kind of chilling. Ronan is here having a brewski. Yeah, raining today here in St. Louis. So I haven't gone outside yet. I'm sure it's hot and steamy as well. Alec Hackworth. Amber Heard about to let the whole war. Running the train. Emperor of Canada's here. Part of the Canadian Mafia. Chris Mitchell. I should not just part of the Canadian Mafia. He's the leader of the Canadian Mafia. So I got a Canadian news story here for you, Chris. This is from CBC. I think it's CBC. Is it CBC? Hey, let me look at the bigger screen here. Yep, CBC, yes. CBC Radio Canada. Hey, from the north, of course, we're worried that the obvious evil oppression of abortion and women will go north up into the land of Poutine and Molson Golden. Okay, let's... you may have heard Biden stumbled into a room and signed a piece of paper. Doesn't really do a damn thing. But he had the pro-abort screaming at the top of their lungs, "You son of a bitch, you gotta do." And I don't know if you heard some of the... God almighty. Somebody floated the idea of putting up abortion tents on national park land because it's federal land. You see what I'm saying? So, hey, little Johnny, why don't you go look at Yosemite over there? Janie's going to go get abortion right now. It's just, oh my God, the lengths they'll go. People, the lengths they'll go. Now, what should scare people? And even though this executive order really doesn't do anything, it does some minor little shit. What happens if this executive order thing is so grand and great that when a Donald Trump or someone they really hate is back in the office, I think they're going to go for that? They're already talking, believe it or not. And I got to agree with the pro-aborts on this one. I mean, what the hell are they talking about? What is the Republican Party trying to do? Trying to make the pendulum swing back the other way? What the hell? Now they want to do something with, I don't know, it's a person, this moment of conception, it's a person in the one. Come on, guys. Jesus Christ. Even one of the representatives from Missouri is pushing some, just leave it alone. Let the states figure out the laws. I'm sure, I have confidence the solution that we come up with in the legal system in these states, it won't make everyone happy, but it'll be a compromise. It won't be completely illegal, blah, 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 despite the rhetoric you hear from these idiots. It's going to be somewhere in the middle. I would guess it's going to be about 12 weeks, with exceptions for, obviously, health of the mother and some other stuff. That's where it's probably going to wind up. Now, Missouri might not do that. Okay, well, then vote people in who will get there. I don't know what to tell you. But this executive order bullshit where the president really, he's not doing anything illegal because he is the big cheese in charge of the government bureaucracy, so he can do some of this minor little stuff. But it's not going to change much. And when you get the orange Hitler back in, or whomever, DeSantis, whatever Nazi will get in, obviously, well, with the left things, they too have a pen, don't they? Careful what you wish for. Okay, go ahead.
U.S. President Joe Biden has signed an executive order aimed at protecting abortion rights.
All righty then.
That move follows the Supreme Court decision last month overturning Roe v. Wade, which made abortion legal for almost 50 years.
She does sound rather Canadian. Where's the CBC out of? Is that Toronto or Ottawa? So where's my? Oh, hold on. Sorry, I had to clear my throat. Reverend 20 Piece is in the building. Hello. Polska Bob is here. Chris, didn't I tell you Drunk Hamster was going to be all over? I'm not drunk. I just got out of bed, Polska. No, haven't had anything to drink yet. But I did crack a beer, so we're going to continue. Anyway, go ahead. Yeah.
Biden says his options are limited. He's
It's been decided by the Supreme Court. It's not a federal issue, so it's a state issue. Okay.
Urging Americans to elect a Congress that will pass new federal pro-choice laws.
Now, again, maybe I'm stupid. What do you mean, maybe? Supreme Court says the federal government has nothing to do with abortion. It's not in the Constitution, not in the 10th Amendment. It goes back to the states. Now they're talking about passing legislation at the federal level. I thought the Supreme Court just said they have nothing to do with it. Kind of curious about that. I suppose, I don't know how they would go about it, under what power, but okay. But let's keep in mind, folks, you pro-aborts and pro-life people, keep in mind if they toss the filibuster out. Filibusters mean you have to have 60 votes to get some pass, whatever, to chop off the filibuster and vote on the thing. If you toss it out for this, you're going to probably toss it out for everything else. And when you have a majority Republican Senate, you're not going to like some of the shit they're going to want to do. That's why Manchin and Senator Manchin, Senator Sinema are saying, no. Because they can project into the future. Unlike apparently these screaming, whining viragos who only care about now. They're not thinking about the future. Same with the executive order. Same with Mr. President Obama. He was executive ordering every freaking thing in the world. Well, as soon as Donald Trump started, oh my God, he's exceeding. He's a king. He's a tyrant. See, it's only good when they get their way. We already know that.
It's my hope and strong belief that women will, in fact, turn out in record numbers to reclaim the rights that have taken from them by the court.
In the state where they live, Joe, President Biden, yeah. They can vote in the legislators that agree with their point of view. And thus they can have the laws changed in the states to whatever they want it to be. Of course, the sticky wicket is you have to get the majority of the state to agree with your point of view. Oddly, it seems all those polls and all that other nonsense, not really as strong as you've been led to believe. 70% support abortion with a limit. Yes, that's right. Go ahead. Oh, wait. Oh, I'm in the wrong one.
Let me be clear.
Well, that'll be something new, Joe. That'll be something new.
While I wish it had not come to this, this is the fastest route available. I'm just stating a basic fundamental notion. The fastest way to restore Roe is to pass a national law codifying Roe, which I will sign immediately upon its passage. So the choice.
Again, I'm no lawyer. I mean, I listen to Shapiro and some of these people who have I think Shapiro actually, being a fairly religious Jew, he's a Jewish man. He has a pretty balanced approach to this. He's not crazy one way or the other. He's just kind of there. He's a lawyer, right? A very smart one as well. How does the federal government have power for this? I'm curious. Now you remember. I know it's been a couple of minutes. But when Obamacare was passed and got before the Supreme Court, I think it was Chief Justice Roberts. said, is this a tax or a fee or whatever? Because if the Congress can regulate taxes, I think they called it I can't remember, but the point is they found it somewhere in the penumbras and shadows. That's how Obamacare was found to be legal. Interstate commerce, all that. What's interstate commerce about people not going interstate?
This is clear.
Yeah.
If you want to change the circumstances for women and even little girls in this country, please go out and vote.
So for more on this, let's bring in the CBC's Magda Gebrselassie in Washington. So what does this executive order do?
Not much. I'll just give you a little pregame summary.
Well, President Biden, with this order, calls on the Justice Department to protect the following: the right for women to travel to states where abortions are legal.
Absolutely 100% agree. Yes. Yeah. If a woman wants to go to Illinois and get an abort, that's her business. It's fine. Absolutely. And there are people talking about, the pro-abort people are not necessarily wrong in everything they say. There are some people floating the idea that if a woman goes to Illinois or whatever, gets an abortion, they're going to charge her when she gets back to Missouri. What? No. I do not agree with that at all.
Access to abortion medication, emergency contraception as well.
That's the interstate commerce stuff, right?
And protecting the privacy and data of those going online to search for those services so that any state or law enforcement wouldn't be able to use that information to go after them. And protections as well for healthcare providers that are giving emergency care to pregnant women to save their lives. And again,
I can't disagree with any of that. But there you go. Pro-aborts are out in the street. Oh my God, Joe Biden's savior. He's Jesus. Listen to him.
And you heard him during the press conference this morning, this afternoon rather, call out the Supreme Court's decision that led to all of this, saying that it was wrong, that it puts the health of women and girls at risk. And he gave this example of a victim of a 10-year-old girl in Ohio, a rape victim who no longer was allowed to get an abortion in her state of Ohio. So take a listen.
Except there's enough questions on this one to make one wonder if it actually happened. I hope it didn't. I hope it's a lie. I don't care if it's propaganda. Oh, 10-year-old girl getting abused like that, and oh my God, it's just hard to even imagine. So I hope it's a fake story for the sake of the little girl involved.
Just last week, it was reported that a 10-year-old girl was a rape victim in Ohio. 10 years old.
Yeah.
And she was forced to have to travel out of the state to Indiana to seek to terminate the presidency and maybe save her life.
Yes. And I disagree with Ohio. If this thing is true and this 10-year-old kid was pregnant, she probably would have died giving birth to a child. So under the grounds of the health of the mother, I think she should have been able to get her abortion in Ohio. I don't understand. A lot of this doesn't make sense to me, but go on.
10 years old.
Yeah.
Raped, 6 weeks pregnant.
Terrible.
Already traumatized. Was forced to travel to another state.
Yeah.
Imagine being that little girl.
Yeah, that's horrible. If the story is true, hopefully the guy is rotting in prison.
I'm serious. Just imagine being that little girl, 10 years old.
Yeah.
So again, he called on Congress to change things, pass laws to allow abortions to take place nationwide. And if not, he's calling on Americans. Specifically, he was speaking to women, saying, use your voice, use your vote to turn things around during the midterm election.
You know who this is a direct attack on, by the way? Well, it's not pro-life people. It's not men. It's pro-life women. That's right. They think you women who are pro-life or you're not pro-abortion, maybe you're limited, 10, 12, whatever. They don't want you to vote on it. They do not want you to vote on this issue in your state. Isn't that nice? How does that make you feel? Well, they don't care. You know why? Because pro-life women aren't really women. It's in the eyes of the radical leftist Democrat Party.
And at least 9 states.
It's really simple. They don't care about men. Come on now. They attack men all the time. But this one is really an attack on pro-life females. Let's keep that in mind. Go ahead.
States have enacted abortion bans so far, with more expected following that ruling. So in some states, abortion clinics are already closing down. Tell us more about that.
Well, that would be the point. Jeez.
Yeah, so yesterday, Mississippi's only abortion clinic, Jackson Women's Health Organization, it closed its doors. And this was after a judge refused to block the trigger law that would ban most abortions. Then,
how would he or she? It's the law that was enacted by the legislature of the state of Mississippi, elected by the people of Mississippi. So what would be the means? What would be the grounds that this judge would say, nope, no, this is, I don't like it.
Last week in Texas, the state Supreme Court ruled a law banning abortion could take effect. So clinics run by Whole Women's Health have stopped providing abortion services there. Here's more from the CEO.
Okay. 2 different Americas that's emerged.
Just like you would expect.
That some people have access to safe,
triple name, Amy Hagstrom Miller, of course.
Compassionate abortion care.
Whole Women's Health. I wonder, that's pretty good marketing. What if they called it what it is? Whole Women's, get your baby vacuumed out of your vagina.
Legally in their communities, and other
different.
people are forced to travel hundreds of miles.
Yeah.
She says 40% of clients seeking abortions at clinics in Minnesota are actually now coming from Texas. And as you
Really? All the way up from Texas. Wow. Wouldn't California be closer? Just trying to point something out here. California is closer than Minnesota, I think.
You heard in this executive order, part of that.
That's still legal in New Mexico. Well, I suppose it depends on where you are in Texas, right? Texarkana, I think, is closer to Chicago than it is the state capital in Austin or El Paso.
Is addressed women traveling to other states to be able to get the abortions and to get protections in order to do that.
I mean, is Texas outlawing the pills as well? I don't know. I think that's a mistake. But again, it's up for the people of Texas to decide. Seems to me a more emergency contraceptive, whatever, should be available. Okay, all right. Yeah.
Thanks for this. That is the CBC's Magda Gabriselassie in Washington.
Is abortion still legal in Canada? Just wondering. I mean, hell, if you're going to go to Minnesota, might as well fly up to Saskatchewan, up to Calgary. Colorado's closer. Yeah. What am I thinking? Yeah. Colorado is only one state away from Texas. It's the panhandle of Oklahoma. I know. Kansas is right north of Oklahoma as well. Right? I think Kansas is still legal, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Things that never happen. I live in Texas and I'm going up to Minnesota. You could drive to Colorado. You could fly to Denver. It's right there. Okay. Colorado is closer to Texas. Yeah. Thank you. Rada is here. Hello. Mohamed, how are you? Johnny Midnight, unwanted contriver, is in the bid in national. Yes. Indeed. Shark Dentures. Yes. Ms. Hagstrom. Okay. Let's go look at another story that actually didn't happen. Or if it did, it was an isolated incident with a weirdo at Walgreens. You ready for this one? I found this one interesting. Oh, we're in the middle of a commercial.
Energy policy punishing us at the pump.
Is it volume loud enough? Can you hear the audio of the video? Let me know.
Schmidt will fight back. Biden's failed agenda, driving up inflation. Eric Schmidt says no more. Eric Schmidt.
What's he running for? Okay. I think that's in Missouri. Pretty sure. WeBuyAnyCar.com. Yeah, okay.
Hi. So I am a woman with a uterus, and
Isn't that verboten nowadays? You don't have to be a uterus-bearing person to be a woman, do you? Didn't you get the latest memo? This is Rebel HQ. I think it's Young Turks, maybe. I don't know who's doing it.
I have been on birth control for about 6 years now, since I was 15 years old.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I noticed your tats too. Yeah. Okay.
I won't even go into all the
Not saying anything. Just saying maybe that's
side
something.
effects I've had, all the terrible things that birth control does to your body, but I'm going to go into why I haven't received my birth control this month.
Is she sitting in like a semi truck there? Hammer, are you filming this video for her, Hammerhand? Oh my God.
I was supposed to pick up my birth control last Saturday. It is.
All right, let me check the chat. Is the volumes okay? Everything sounds pretty good. Her body. I know, unwanted contriver. She didn't get the memo, I think. She just didn't get the correct memo. Pulse Kebab, I'm going to go listen to some. Oh, it's an RV. Okay, thank you, unwanted. All right. Let's continue and listen to this fairy tale.
It's now the next Friday, and I still haven't received it. Basically, that Tuesday.
See, I was
next
confused
Friday
here. Hold
this
on.
month. Terrible things that birth control does to your body, but I'm going to go into why I haven't received my birth control this month.
Okay.
I was supposed to pick up my birth control last Saturday. It is now the next Friday, and I still haven't received it. Basically, that Tuesday, the Tuesday before, whatever, that Tuesday, I'd received a message to refill it. I didn't want to refill it yet because then it would just be sitting there waiting for me. I was going to wait till Saturday to refill it.
Okay. Good, I guess.
Saturday rolls around and they say I have no refills left, which is weird because the only reason I would have Saturday rolls around and they say I have no refills left, which is weird because the only reason I would have no refills left was if I needed to meet with my provider, which happens once a year, which I already did this year.
Okay. So apparently there was some confusion whether she had any refills left on her. What? I don't know how this works. I mean, ladies, you'll have to tell me, but I assume you get a prescription that's good for a year or whatever. I don't know. I mean, do you even have to go to the pharmacy? Can't they mail this stuff to you nowadays?
I go into Walgreens, and I don't want to be biased against any religion.
But
the lady that was helping me was older. She was one of the only people working there. They weren't busy. Mm-hmm. And she had 2 crosses, not one, but 2 crosses.
She was doubly Jesus-fied. Oh my, she's twice as holy. Oh my goodness. So she was an evil Christian Nazi. Got it. We got the thing here, right? She went in on a Saturday, couldn't get her birth control pills. A week later, she still can't get them because there's a mix-up, some port. And the person she talked to on Saturday is a double-cross-wearing Christian fascist. Okay? We're all caught up. All right, go ahead.
Around her neck.
Yeah.
And when I told her what I was there for, my birth control, she looks me up and down and goes,
2 crosses on that particular worker that wouldn't give her. This TikToker named Abigail Martin, her birth control. The story just continued to get weird. She continued on talking about how the interaction went and then what she said to her afterwards. Let's watch more.
No, do you think Walgreens really gives much of a... Or do they just want to make money? I'm curious. Go on.
Like, excuse me? She then says, yeah, we're not going to refill that prescription. You need to call your provider.
And what's interesting about memory is how pieces and parts can be put together to remember something you think happened, when in fact it didn't happen, as you say. Little embellishment here and there, sweetheart. Abigail, the tattoo artist.
And I said, you won't refill it or you can't refill it. And she goes, you just need to call your provider.
Okay, so she didn't say she wouldn't refill it. She apparently thought there was some problem with your paperwork. I don't know. But let's not look at the simple reason why. Maybe the paper was ripped or whatever, and she was new. No.
So that's what I do.
Obviously, a double cross wearing fascist.
I call my provider, and she's not in at the moment.
Okay.
So they said that she would give me a call back, and I said, okay. I then get a call a few hours later from my provider's office saying that that's weird because you have 4 more refills left. I'm not sure why she would deny you of your prescription, but let me call them and see if I can figure it out.
Yeah, it could have been a snafu. Could have been a paper. Something wrong with the computer. She was new. Who knows?
So then after that, mind you, my prescription is now 4 or 5 days overdue, and I don't have my birth control, and I'm not protected. And
God only knows. I gotta have it. Oh my God, what am I gonna do? Oh no.
my hormones are getting so.
Her hormones are getting so effed up. I don't know how this works, but obviously it's a pretty heavy duty effect. You know, when you go in there and trick the body into thinking it's pregnant all the time. Yeah.
And I get a message saying that it's delayed now, that I could get it, but it's delayed. And then I get a message saying it's out of stock. What is it?
Okay. Now, she said at the beginning it was a certain type of BC. Now, I don't know if that's true. I don't know if it's because what's the normal? Just the regular pill? I mean, is there a particular? Is there different kinds? I don't know. I just know there's the pill and the plastic thing, and you know. All right.
What it is the runaround that Abigail Martin was getting throughout all of this entire back and forth with this particular Walgreens. So she tried back again, talked to someone else. And the interesting part here is now when they asked, who did you deal with the first time? She continued.
J.R. Jackson. Is this the only Walgreens, for example? Now, let's say it happened. Let's say it is this Christian fundamentalist whack job. Wouldn't give her the birth control. Is there nowhere else to go in her city where you could get birth control pills? I don't know how this worked. Do you have the prescription in your hand and say, hey, here's from the doctor, give me the damn... I don't know. I assume that's the way it works. I don't know.
He's on.
So I call Walgreens again. The amazing lady who helped me this time was great. She said, I don't know why we haven't refilled this for you. You have 4 more refills left, and your provider called approving it. I'm going to refill this for you, but would you mind telling me who helped you last time?
Look at the double cross wearing Jesus freak. Right?
I was intrigued, so I told her, and I said, could I ask why?
I mean, you could see her at Coachella, couldn't you? All dressed up in steampunk shit. Yeah,
she goes, I know exactly who you're talking about. And
I wonder where she is located. That would be interesting to know. Is she in California or is she in Missouri? We're a bunch of Bible thumping hicks, no teeth.
We've been having this problem for the last 2 weeks. They've been having a problem with women not being able to get their birth control for the last 2 weeks.
So they should fire this person then. If they're unwilling to do their job, fire them and get someone who will do the job. Okay.
So first, they want us to stop getting pregnant and having abortions. And then...
Well, it'd be nice to use protection, and good on you for wanting to do that. Perfect.
They don't want to help us prevent that pregnancy.
Abigail, if this story is true, and I highly doubt it, I think you've embellished it just a little bit. But let's just say everything you say is true. One person at Walgreens. One. It's not Walgreens. Walgreens said, oh, yeah, there's a mistake. Obviously, yeah, you got some problems. Here's your pills. It's not Walgreens. It's one person who apparently has an agenda, if the story is true, that doesn't want to distribute. And what kind of a person would that be? Obviously, you're going to be selling this stuff. So I'm a little suspicious.
I've been trying to keep this video lighthearted, but...
Oh, she's crying. My God, I had to go 4 days without screwing my boyfriend. Oh, no. Oh, no. Johnny Midnight, overnight my pills. Yeah. Pliskin is here. Snake, how you doing? Yep, fake tears, exactly. This is all propaganda. Yeah, again, I'm not saying it didn't happen. I suspect it's highly embellished. That's
access to healthcare should be a right, and this should not be happening.
Yeah, you had one bad experience with some weirdo at Walgreens, so the whole fucking country should be torn down and made into a socialist paradise. All right, Abigail, good to know your opinion. He doesn't say much after this, so let's go to another one I found. I don't think they're real. They don't like Republicans a whole lot. So there was one on Lauren Boebert. And
hi, this is Governor Ron DeSantis.
Hey.
We are fighting the good fight in the state of Florida.
The newest Republican Nazi.
And the left and the corporate media.
I mean, call me a conspiracy theorist, but DeSantis, Florida, Trump. I mean, we know what's going on.
Media do not like that one bit. They are coming at us every single
Excuse me, I have to go get a Q-tip. I'll be right
day, lying, trying to do misdirection, trying to divide, because they know that we've succeeded in Florida, and they'll.
Yeah, Newsom from California just ran some ads in Florida. Hey, if you hate this Nazi concentration camp called Florida, why don't you come back to California?
Right, do anything they can to derail our progress and success. I need your help because we have to fight back every single day. They have all the big guns. We're standing strong. Stand with me so we can keep Florida free.
Okay. Yeah, he's probably going to run for president. He's probably going to run. Freaking Nazis. God almighty. Okay, can we get there now, please? Thank you. Oh, another friggin' ad. What's this one? Polaris. Okay, what's this?
Sure, there's more than one way to get the job done. But sometimes there's really no comparison. With all the power and versatility you'll ever need,
wheelbarrow sucks.
You'll get more done in a day with Polaris.
I mean, why don't they do like a two-wheel wheelbarrow? Wouldn't it be more stable? Oh, but hamster, you're just a wimp. You need to get to the gym and max your. Yeah, I know. I'm a fat slob.
Lauren Boebert tweeted this.
Okay. Never trust a government that doesn't trust you to own a gun. Now, Lauren Boebert, I believe, is out of Colorado. And again, there's a special hatred in the heart of liberal whack jobs for people, women who are Republican. They fucking hate women who are Republican. Absolutely. The worst shit gets tossed at Lauren Boebert, Congresswoman Boebert, Kristi Noem, governor of South Dakota, and other women who don't toe the crazy line of the lefties. And Boebert doesn't. I believe when she got elected, I think she ran a bar in some mountain town up in the Rockies. And I think her big shtick was it's an open carry bar, so you can bring the guns. Well, whatever, right? So she got elected. And let's see what happens here. Never trust a government that doesn't trust you to own a gun. Okay. Sure.
And then she got this response. Hey, common ground.
The tweet said, never trust the government who doesn't trust a woman with her own body. Notice how they, man, they twist this stuff around, don't they? It's not that Pete don't trust women with their own bodies. Roe versus Wade was poorly founded in the Constitution and given back to the states, and we can decide what we're going to do. But go ahead.
She's so stupid. Every single thing.
Really? Because she has different opinions than you, whoever you are.
She says it's so obvious that it's just talking points. It's just red meat, words that are going to create some type of emotion in the dumbass Republican base. That.
Let's just go back. Now, see if you can think of the psychological term for what you're about to hear. I'll give you a hint. It's what happens to a movie in a movie theater.
She's so stupid. Every single thing she says, it's so obvious that it's just talking points. It's just red meat, words that are going to create some type of emotion in the dumbass Republican base. That's
psychological projection. Yes, you win the prize today. Listen to it again. Am I wrong?
Says it's so obvious that it's just talking points. It's just red meat, words that are going to create some type of emotion in the dumbass Republican base that's going to get them all energized and upset and outraged. Like, she doesn't stand for anything, She just regurgitates stupid alt-right talking points.
Well, you know what? I'll give him just a little bit of credit on that. The Republicans, the weak-spined, linguini-spined, ballless freaks, really don't stand for a lot of things. So guns and abortion and all that, but they're not that much different, frankly, than Democrats, mainstream Democrats, not the lefty lunatics. It's a uniparty, really. You got wings, you got, I guess, alt-right over here, and you got crazy socialist over here. In the middle, it's just, it's like a sports team. Who's going to win the show? But in the end, does it really matter? Yes, it does. Look what we got. We got Roe overturned. See, it does eventually make a difference. Might take 50 years, but okay.
Don't come knocking on my door with your Fauci outie. You leave us the hell alone.
Well, and again, Congresswoman Boebert has a point when you connect Roe with the happy juice that we were all supposed to get. My body, my choice does not include that. But I don't have to beat the dead horse here. The hypocrisy is fucking thick. You can't tell me what to do with my body unless Dr. Fauci says so. What?
And now she's one of the faces of
You're
the party.
evil. You want to kill grandma.
It's not just Lauren, though. The entire Republican Party has no belief system other than just being trolls.
You might be right with respect to the politicians, although there are a few. Senator Paul is one that I think actually stands on something. There's a lot of linguini spine pukes out there, though, on the Republican side. On the elite Republican side. But the rest of us here vote for Republican. We just got no teeth, and we have intercourse with our 10-year-old cousins.
Kyla Frank summed it
whatever, make up whatever you want.
up perfectly in this video.
What we have on the menu for you today is a delicious example of cognitive dissonance. We have a main dish of the Gadsden Don't Tread on Me flag. Egg.
Meaning Britain, you stupid fuck. Do you know anything about history? Just curious. And it can apply to the current day and age with respect to the government trying to get you to take some happy juice or lose your job. Just, whatever.
Paired nicely with the, oh yeah, tread harder, daddy, thin blue line flag.
Supporting belief. See, I thought I was just going to have a couple of casual beers. Oh, no.
And a tiny American flag side dish to not overpower the fascism flavor.
Most of us know how difficult it can be to engage with the conservative.
Really? Okay. Do tell. Maybe we can try to improve so we can have a better communication with you.
Besides being wrong about most social, economic, and political issues, they
maybe. But saying someone is wrong is your opinion, dear. Do you remember people have their own opinions? They have their own thoughts. Even Democrats have different thoughts. But no. But the Republicans, those evil, conservative, Bible-thumping, incest-loving hicks are wrong, according to me. Okay.
They often contradict themselves.
Oh, wait. Sorry. It is a person of color, so we shall not criticize it.
It's hard to figure out where they really stand on issues.
I agree with respect to the politicians. Not gonna lie.
Disinformation, lack of comprehensive education.
Lack of comprehensive education. I would have to say it's my humble opinion, and mine only. What it might mean is a lack of comprehensive brainwashing.
Lack of diverse environments, closed-mindedness. These are all contributing factors.
So let's just say there's a bunch of African-American men who live in a certain part of St. Louis. It's really predominantly African-American. Are they suffering from the same thing? Lack of diversity? Just wondering, or it's only white people? Oh, got it. Sorry.
But this TikToker raised...
Don't cancel me.
It's a really good point.
I actually appreciate your comment here and the honesty more than you could ever realize, because it serves as an example of the foundation of right-wing politics.
Oh, okay. Please help me understand then. I'm enjoying the left-wing meltdown. There's nothing they can do about it.
Which is nothing beyond poking people, right? Trying
Poking people.
to harm people, and then getting off on their reactions, their fear, their anger, their emotion, right? So at least you didn't hit me with any BS about, God, morality, saving children, the unborn, because we all know you don't care, because it doesn't actually impact your life in any way whatsoever. So you can just virtue signal about a group that demands nothing from you and act like you're the good person that you're not. So.
Well, at least the bearded freak show didn't say, well, if you Republicans are so pro-life, you should pay for all the children. Right, I should pay for someone else's choice, of course.
Remember to meet the media. Appreciate your honesty.
Ultimately, it goes back to politics being personal. Instead of doing the hard work to unlearn and learn, to discover new things and
unlearn and relearn. Sounds like brainwashing.
Be uncomfortable, conservatives would rather lose their rights and liberties, all to prove that they're right and we're wrong.
Right.
There is something deeply disturbing about that. Seriously.
To you, yeah. Because we don't necessarily agree with your points. So I know. I hear you. Free Cat is in the building. Hello. SCE is here. Oh my God. He actually showed up in one of my streams. Oh my God. Wield your wrench, sir. Wield your wrench. Evil Hermit is also in the building. Always good to see you guys. All right. Let's, I guess we're almost done. Let's finish it off.
How can we progress as a people in this nation if we keep playing tug of war with the people who want to take us back to the 50s?
Of course, it's the Republicans that use rote talking points. Yay? Yep. Oh, yeah. Take us back to the 50s. That's not a Democrat liberal lie or a talking point, is it? No.
Progress as a people in this nation if we keep playing tug of war with the people who want to take us back to the 50s.
Define progress. Where do you want to progress to? It's very simple. Just moving forward and stumbling over everything and just to move forward. You see, that's why conservatives say, let's put the brakes on here a little bit. Okay? Let's not blindly just wander through and do things just to do them. Let's think about it. Conserve what's the good and change what isn't good and make it better. You liberal types, you crazy whack jobs just want to tear the whole fucking thing down. I disagree with that idea. Although some might agree. Undead Chronic coming up at 4 o'clock with a live stream today. www.paypal.com/UCW show. All right.
How can we make America great when they're consistently voting for politicians who don't vote with their interest in mind?
What if they are voting for people who have their interests in mind? Maybe they don't have your interests in mind, but God, they get all fucking pissed, don't they, when they don't get their way? It's amazing.
High gas prices. Republicans voted for that.
No. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? No. It was Joe Biden who canceled a bunch of pipeline projects and just sold 1 million gallons of friggin' oil to China from our reserve. Just what the? Oh my God. Of course, the unsaid secret is Biden and gang are perfectly happy with gas prices near $4, $5, $6 a gallon. You know why? Because the higher the gas price, the more the electric green revolution starts to make more sense. Do you get the picture? Of course you do.
Baby,
you're smart people. You listen to the hamster.
Formula shortages. Republicans voted for that.
Well, son of a bitch. I'm glad I'm listening to this one.
Lack of a living wage. Republicans voted for that.
Living wage. See, everybody should get paid the minimum living wage, right? Sure thing.
Top 10 states with the highest rates of poverty, all Republican states.
Okay. Might be a fair point. I don't know
The
that.
10 least educated states, 8 out of 10 red states.
Define educated. Got to use definitions. Well, okay. Let's say the top 10 uneducated or poorly educated. Oh, define education. Do you mean K through 12? Do you mean college, PhD, master? Well, you got to define your terms here, babe. I'm sorry. Oh, my God. I may have misgendered it again. I'm sorry.
States with the highest teen pregnancy rates, 9 out of 10 Republican. States with the
Okay. I was thinking about this. Okay. The highest teen pregnancy rates. Does that mean carrying the bubba to term? See, it's two different things, right? There's a woman or a teenager can get pregnant, but that's not the end of the story, is it? What happens then? It wouldn't be a surprise that New York might have an astronomical teen pregnancy, meaning teen birth. But they don't because of abortion. Got it? So it depends on your terms, babe.
Lowest minimum wages, majority red states.
I think I have to listen to that again. Did she say something about minimum wage? I think she did.
Republican. States with the lowest minimum wages, majority red states.
Minimum wage is set up by the federal government. Of course, our friend here wouldn't know because she's never actually had a job. Federal. Now, again, if you twist the numbers around, there's probably a bunch of red states that have the same federal minimum wage, and some other more progressive places, minimum wage is higher. Okay, well, that's a fair point, but you didn't say it that way, though, did you? What you're trying to say, or in trying to imply to your listeners, is that there are some evil goddamn Republican states, they don't even pay the same wage. Bullshit. Bull.
My point, as much as Republicans troll, scream, and push for their traditional values, they don't have much to show for it.
Really? Okay.
I am begging someone to point to me to a factual source that shows me where a conservative policy actually helped people.
Heritage Foundation.
I think what conservatives need to realize is that anti-intellectualism.
See, the sources are out there, dear. You just don't want to hear those sources. You don't want to go look them up because that would be against your narrative. And then that's cognitive dissonance, and that hurts.
And religious extremism as a means to control people.
Religious extremism. Let me translate. Christianity. That's all I need to say. The church has almost no influence, or very little influence, in the United States anymore. The Christian church. It's been that way for 70 fucking years. So go ahead, point out a few sects, S-E-C-T-S, of snake handlers somewhere. Oh, see, all the goddamn Republicans are just like, look at them, Jesus Bible thumbing down. Go ahead. And get nowhere with that line of argument because we're not fucking stupid. Corner cases do not make the majority, dear. Just saying.
You aren't thinking for yourselves. You're slowly marching everyone off the cliff.
Like we're all in a cult or something. Yeah, I know. It's crazy. Yep. Well, if Jesus didn't say it in the Bible, when we can't do it, right?
Y'all are sheep ready for the slaughter, and things are only going to get worse if y'all keep it up.
Oh, God.
When you stand for nothing, you fall for anything.
Yeah. So what do you think about our speaker? Isn't it interesting? Yes, SE, I saw your comment. She has a comprehensive education in bullshit. That's correct. course, she's being classist, of course. If you don't have a college education like me, underwater basketball, you're just one of them goddamn hick Republicans living in Missouri, the southern states, who want their babies. Yeah. Carry on the fallen, throw off the cliff. I'm not going to throw anyone off the cliff, but I get your point. It's like she's full of shit. She is full of nonsense. I give her the point where most of the Republican leaders are spineless pukes. They're no different than the mid-level Democrats. I'll give you that. But the Republicans conservative people, let's fuck the politicians. Conservative people have certain values, right? So, yeah, the politicians might be fucked, but the people, and we don't have a choice. Who are we going to vote for? Donald Trump, who is, one sea hair over into the Republican side, or Hillary fucking Clinton. Explain that to me. Is there a choice? No. SCE says sheep will get an eye. Oh my God, I need to like this comment 1,000,000 times. Yes, exactly. Yeah, sheep are the ones who, well, I mean, I got to do what Fauci says because let's not talk about other stuff related to that because YouTube will cancel the stream, shall we? One more real quick. Lionel Nation. Are you familiar with Lionel Nation? And I found this, I think he did it yesterday or today. And the video, where the hell is it? I found it somewhere. Here we go. I got to share. I got to share it. Hold on. Yeah, duh. Anyway, Lionel Nation, not going to play the whole thing. But it was interesting because he said, my red pill moment. Now, a lot of us guys here, we talk about red pill, women, various other things. There's a lot more to the pill than just getting along with women and dating and marriage and all this stuff. We all know this, right? We've all lived through some really crazy shit. And he talks about 9/11, by the way. And some of you guys might be too young for that, but I mean, it was only 21 years ago where let's just say somehow some aircraft were flown into the World Trade Center, and that's all I need to say. Not saying nothing about anything else, just saying the event happened. Now, how it then you talk about a lot of other crazy shit. John F. Kennedy, Martin Luther King, Bobby Kennedy, etc., and so on. 1980, somehow the Iranian hostages were released. January 20th, 1981. Well, isn't that convenient? That's the day Ronald Reagan became president. I know. All right, let's listen to a little bit of Lionel Nation.
Tuesday, September the 11th, 2001.
Yep.
I was here in New York. I was here on that day. Mrs. L was here on that day. We were here, and it was like being in a movie on a lot in some surreal parallel universe. It was the wildest thing you could ever imagine.
Now, just a quick side note. I think I've told this story before, but in case you're new, my uncle from New Jersey worked in New York, and every day for 30 or 40 years, he took the train from middle New Jersey to New York, and the train station was in the World Trade Center, basement of the World Trade Center. That's where they got off, and then he walked to his office a couple blocks away. He was in New York Tuesday, September 11th, 2001. He saw the whole thing, and he's still with us, and he gave me the eyewitness account. It was as bad as you can imagine.
Because everything was unbelievable. We couldn't believe it was happening to us before our very eyes. It was like nothing we had ever experienced. And what blew my mind was what I saw on television what I saw reported. And remember, the internet was going to sort of 2001. It was not exactly what it was now. It was more Wild West.
Another personal reflection on that day. Bitch face, the crazy woman, was the one who called me at work and said, "Hey, hamster, a plane is at the World Trade Center." So I told everybody else. And of course, the internet was being sort of newish. The internet was just locked up. You couldn't get anywhere because everybody was getting on the internet and trying to find out what was going on. So, yeah.
You could say virtually anything you wanted. There wasn't this incredible censorship, but at that time, I saw an incredible divergence from what I saw with my own two eyes and what was being reported.
Wasn't there some reporting? And again, the problem with this now is you have to almost go to some interesting sites to find these things. But I do remember watching it. Me and Bitchface were at her place, watching what was going on. And the reporting was, "Oh, yep, yeah, we have confirmation that Building 7 has collapsed," or something like that. And the building was still there. It's really weird.
Couldn't believe it.
I'm not saying it's some kind of conspiracy theory. I'm just saying I remember seeing that.
The question asked, the questions not asked, what I was hearing, what people were saying that never went past or never went outside of downtown Manhattan. That was my red pill moment. I changed completely. I changed. I learned never, ever, ever to believe anybody again, especially in the media, in the news. And remember, this was a nascent. This was the ever evolving period of complete and total information tyranny that we have right now.
This was 14 years before Trump, right? When he announced. Do you recall the behavior of the media when Trump was president? Do you honestly believe anything that these people tell you? Election in 2016, there's something there, but we're going to investigate that for 4 years. Election of 2020, what's the matter with you? Like that. Day after the election. No. It's fine. Shh. YouTube will spank me.
Now, my message is to the younger folks who may or may not be watching.
Yep.
I don't know if you're called Gen Z, Gen X. I can't keep track of this. But if you're young and you're walking around and you're saying, what is this? Do not feel alone. This is your moment. Don't retract, don't recoil, don't freak out. Change. Alter your perception. Never believe anything the mainstream media or its boss, the government, tell you.
Nothing. Nothing at all. It's all fucking lies. Now, is it outright lies, hamster? I think it's a better way to put obfuscation and lies by omission in some cases. And sometimes it's outright lies. I mean, we have news media around the world and the United States saying abortion, for example, just using that because it's fresh, right? Abortion's banned in the United States. It's not. They're outright lying. Just the other day, I did a video with what's-her-face from Young Turks. You're lying. Absolute lie. We have the videotape of the woman saying what she said, and what's-her-face said, this is what she said. It's not what she said. And of course, I know Young Turks isn't mainstream, not ABC or CBS or whatever. This is a vast propaganda effort. Now, who is driving this? Well, we think the left, right? The Democrat, the Marxist or whatever. The AOC types who want to get socialist. Okay. Are you certain? Are you certain it's only one side of the political aisle? Would you be willing to bet on that? Would you? All right. I am going to go get some more beer. And we'll probably talk to you later. Thanks. Hit the sub button. And, oh, wait. 4 o'clock, Undead Chronic, live. www. The UCW show. I'll see you guys later.